Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any upcoming videos. Now let's get started. Hey cousins, did y'all hear about the news? Angie Stone has passed away. Man, this one stings deep. We're talking about a woman who helped shape R&B and hip-hop as we know it, a legend, a pioneer, and as we now know, a woman who wasn't afraid to speak up against the music industry. Today, we're going to celebrate her incredible life, break down the major impact she had on the music, and talk about the fight she was in before she left us. A fight to get back the money that was stolen from her. And listen, y'all already know the pattern. Whenever an artist starts asking about their money, something always happens. Allegedly. We know I have to say allegedly to cover my butt. So let's get into it. The birth of a legend. Angie Stone, born Angela Laverne Brown on December 18th, 1961 in Columbia, South Carolina. She was destined for music from the very beginning. She grew up in the deeply religious household where gospel music wasn't just played, it was a way of life. Her father was a member of the local gospel quartet, and her mother was also passionate about music. Sunday mornings in the Brown household weren't complete without a powerful church hymn, hand clapping, and foot stomping rhythms. Young Angie soaked it all in, and by the time she was a little girl, she was already singing in the church choir. But music wasn't the only thing in her life. She was also determined and ambitious young woman. She attended Columbia High School, where she balanced her love for music with academics and extracurricular activities. Growing up in the South during the 1960s and 70s, Angie also experienced the harsh realities of racism and segregation. She would talk about this later, about how these experiences shaped her resilience and gave her the strength to stand up for herself in an industry that often took advantage of Black artists. Even as a teenager, she knew that music was her calling, and she wasn't about to let anyone stop her. I know that's right, Angie. Before Salt and Pepper, before Queen Latifah, there was Angie Stone. And I know you're saying, huh? Angie Stone? Most people know Angie Stone as the R&B soul queen. But did you know she was also a rap pioneer? Back in the late 70s, when hip-hop was just getting started, Angie was part of a groundbreaking rap group called The Sequence. And guess what? They had one of the very first hip-hop hits ever. The song Funk You Up dropped 1979. And if that sounds familiar, it's because Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg remixed it years later on their Keep Your Heads Ringing. That's how ahead of her time she was. But like so many early rap pioneers, The Sequence never got the credit or the money, let's be honest, or the money they deserved. And Angie never forgot that. Now keep that in the back of your head. She went from rapping to ruling R&B. After The Sequence, Angie didn't just stop. She just evolved like every good queen does. She jumped into R&B, leading the group Vertical Hold, and gave us the classic Seems You're Much Too Busy. But her big moment, that came in 1999 when she dropped her first solo album, Black Diamond. If you know, you know. That album changed the game for neo soul. Songs like No More Rain, In This Cloud, made people sit up and say, okay, this woman is different. She wasn't just another R&B singer. She had a depth, a richness, a storytelling ability that only a true artist possessed. Her voice, ooh, it was grown woman soulful. Her lyrics, honest and raw and real. And over the next few years, she gave us hit after hits. Songs like I Wish I Didn't Miss You. Let's be real. That is one of the coldest breakup songs ever written. Yes, I played it a few times. How about Brother? A love letter to black men that we still need today. We need each other, y'all. Let's make that happen. Black babies need to be made. And how about Baby? A smooth duet with Betty Wright. She even wrote for Mary J. Blige and helped create some of D'Angelo's biggest hits. I know you're wondering. I see you scratching your chin hairs and playing with your hair trying to figure out. Yes, that's right. She had a hand in making brown sugar. You know, brown sugar, baby. I get high off your love, don't know how to behave. Now, y'all know I'm the one in my family who can't sing. But I had to do it. And Voodoo. She wasn't just an artist. She was a whole movement by herself. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Talking about Angie Stone in the past tense is too much for me. My algorithm is telling me that you're watching, but you're not subscribing. Quit treating me like the cousin you don't like. Subscribe and share. Now, while Angie was blessing the world with her music, she was also navigating a complicated personal life. She had 2 children, one with R&B singer and legend D'Angelo. And listen, if you know anything about D'Angelo, you know that was a passionate but turbulent relationship. They made magic in the studio, but off the mic, it was a little messy. She also dealt with health issues, including diabetes, and later in 2024, a series of blood infections that nearly took her out of here. But Angie wasn't about to back down. She fought through it and kept singing and kept on pushing forward. Now, in honor of Angie Stone, I'm going to bring this up. I'm not bringing this up to be messy, because this is a tribute. But Angie Stone had a battle with Universal Music. Yeah. Now, this is where things get real. In December 2024, Angie went live on her social media and made shocking claims that Universal Music Group had stolen her money. She said she had been fighting for years to get what she was owed, and they just kept giving her the runaround. And y'all know what that means. She wasn't just talking about a few dollars. She was talking about millions of dollars. She even mentioned how Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre made millions of dollars off her remix, but she didn't. And let me ask y'all something. How many times have we seen this happen? How many times have we seen this happen? I am not a conspiracy theorist, but I am from the loins of a pretty good conspiracy theorist who helps me think outside the box. So how many times have we seen this happen? How many times has an artist started asking about their missing money and then suddenly they're gone? Prince comes to mind. He started investigating more of his masters. Michael Jackson calling out the industry and refusing to sell his catalog of the Beatles. And then we have DMX, who is trying to get back control of his music. Now, Angie Stone, and she said it in that live. I'm going to try to find it, and if I can find it, I'll post it in the comments. She said she may win this battle. She said she may not, or something may happen to her. That was December 2024. We are March 1st, 2025. Coincidence? Maybe. But we need to keep our eyes open. I pray the Universal Music Group does right by this woman's estate, her children, her grandchildren, and release her old funds. Because they deserve it. Now, I'm new to these YouTube streets, so I'm going to hit y'all with allegedly. But I'm also going to try to find a video to link it. But if I cannot find a video, just search up Angie Stone, December 2024, Universal Music Group stole my money, and it should pop up on YouTube. Her legacy will live forever. Despite everything she went through, Angie Stone left us with a legacy that will never be forgotten. She gave us groundbreaking hip-hop history. She gave us neo-soul classics. She gave us timeless R&B hits. She gave us a blueprint for future artists. She wasn't just fighting for her money. She was trying to put them on game so they could fight smarter. She was fighting for her money, she said, for her children and her grandchildren. She has a legacy she left behind. She fought for her music. She fought for her money. She fought for her respect. And that is why we need to keep saying her name, Angie Stone. Angie, thank you, thank you, thank you for your music, for the soul, for the honesty, for the passion you poured into every lyric, every melody, and every note you ever sang. You didn't just make songs, you created soundtracks for our lives. You taught us about love, loss, resilience, and strength. You gave us music that felt like home, music that wrapped around us like a warm embrace on the coldest day. You reminded us of the worth of our beauty, of the power we hold within us. You paved the way for so many. You were hip-hop before hip-hop knew what it was. You were neo-soul before the world even had a name for it. You were a pioneer, a visionary, and a queen. And through it all, you never stopped fighting. You fought for your voice to be heard, for your art to be respected, and for the truth to be told. Even in your final days, you stood up and demanded justice, not just for yourself, but for other artists who have been taken advantage of by this industry. We see you, we hear you, we honor you, Queen. We will miss you greatly. May you rest in peace, Queen. Cousins, if there is one thing we can all agree on, is that Angie Stone was one of a kind. She wasn't just a singer, she was a storyteller, a pioneer, a woman who poured her entire soul into everything she did. Her music wasn't just about catchy melodies, it was about real life. She sang about love, heartbreak, struggle, and triumph. And she did it in a way that made you feel every single word. Whether it was the pain of missing someone in Wish I Didn't Miss You, or the appreciation for Black men and brother, or the smooth, soulful vibes of No More Rain in This Cloud, Angie music was a part of our lives. She was the soundtrack of my childhood. I can tell you that. She was the soundtrack of my adulthood. I can tell you that. And the truth is, she deserved more. More flowers, more recognition, more respect, more of what was owed to her. It's a sad reality that too many Black artists especially our soul and R&B legends, don't receive their due credit while they're alive. These record labels and executives make millions off of their backs, off of their talents. But when it's time to pay up, suddenly there's missing money. Angie wasn't the first artist who stood up and spoke out, and she won't be the last, sad to say. But one thing is for sure, we're going to keep her name alive. So today, let's honor her the way she deserved to be honored. Let's celebrate her music. Let's share her story and remind the world just how important she was. If you ever listened to an Angie Stone song and felt something real, take a second and drop a comment with your favorite memory of her song. I can tell you where I was when certain songs played and hit the radio. That's how impactful she was. Everyone sung her music. Let's make sure that even though she is no longer here physically, her voice, her legacy, and her fight lives on. My algorithm is telling me that you're watching, but you're not subscribing. Quit treating me like the cousin you don't like. Subscribe and share. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any upcoming videos. Bye, cousins.